Previously on The Ultimate Fighter.
We have to give up another fighter.
Team Liddell continued to steamroll Team Couture, and Chuck was forced to give up Kenny Florian.
Thank you very much.
And then there were four.
Somebody took it, bro. It didn't fall out of your bag.
Sam Hoger was accused of stealing.
How the heck do you got 5 beanies, dude?
Sam's a thief.
Don't call me a thief, because I'm not a thief.
Chuck's team won another challenge.
Let's do it!
And Forrest chose to fight Alex. Forrest got the tap out.
Winner, Forrest Griffith.
But received a serious cut.
We got to send him by ambulance?
8 fighters remain in the quest to become The Ultimate Fighter.
Winner, Forrest Griffith, tap out punches.
Alex came out swinging hard. He was looking to break Forrest's face in half.
Forrest, gets rocked a bit, comes right back, catches Alex. Alex gets caught, and he comes right back. Alex just goes after him. I mean, he's taking it to him.
Forrest looked a little dazed, and he kind of went back a little bit, and Alex kept charging forward like a bull. Forrest loves to strike with people, and he was getting the worst of the punches and ended up having to clinch.
So Forrest, after being popped in both eyes, decided he better take this fight to the ground.
The fact that he was forced to, clinch with him and take him down meant that he obviously respected Alex's stand-up game.
Alex on the ground is kind of similar to a fish out of water.
Forrest got him out and was throwing some bombs. He threw some bombs and Alex tapped out.
I was definitely let down when he tapped out. I mean, he proved that he was definitely a soldier going in there and fighting the way he did.
Forrest left with a cut on his head, and I really hope that doesn't affect his ability to compete in the coming days.
It takes me about 30 seconds to get adjusted and get my bearings. By the time I have my bearings, just hit me in the face.
Forrest has a cut right now after the fight. He got cut, and it's in a bad place. It was bad enough that it needed stitches.
So you get a few sutures in there. Let me find out where we're going to send you to get sutured up here.
Forrest has made it to the semifinals, and we're worried that his cut might not heal properly. So he needs to pick somebody to come back to take his place in case that happens.
I'm gone. I went to the doctor, and as far as my cut, I'm just really hoping that I can fight. I'm not going to be able to really do a lot because of the stupid cut.
Forrest, you can have a seat right there for me, please. Right here. How are you doing, buddy?
We were very fortunate to have Dr. Shu, who is an ophthalmologist and an eye surgeon, work on these guys throughout this competition.
Forrest is the ultimate fighter. No pain.
there have been a couple of nasty cuts. And in a fighter's career, it's very important that the stitches are done right so that it doesn't reopen. And Dr. Shu has done such a fantastic job, so hopefully that'll really work out for Forrest.
He stitched it up for me, no problems. I didn't feel a thing. Did the best stitch job I've ever seen. So I got the nice blue stitches to highlight it there, and I got the mascara on my eyes, which is fashionable these days. You know, I'm going goth with it.
I'll talk to your coordinator, see if we can see you sometime on Friday, okay?
Sounds good to me.
You see Forrest's eye from up close? Pretty bad.
I didn't even see it.
It's a nice, right in the brow.
Really?
It's a nice advantage for whoever fights him next.
That's a bad place to get
What if he
cut.
fights?
That sucker will open right up, dude. First hit.
It's a bad spot, too, because they'll stop it for that. We don't know what's going to happen with Forrest, so I think everybody's just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen.
Oh, I doubt they'd stop
If it goes into his eye, they'll stop it.
I don't think they're going to want a vicious, bloody fight, too, for TV.
They don't want blood in your eye. You can't see hooks coming, dude. Kicks coming.
It was a big gash, and I'm hoping that's not going to keep him out of the semifinals.
What the?
Do I think he should be allowed to fight? Yes. With a cut like that, yes. Is it going to ruin his career if that cut opens again? No.
You see some heat, huh? They kicked my ass.
Everybody was like this. Everybody was like, Alex?
Someone possessed Alex.
Alex, he was fighting a good fight. Beat the shit out of me.
Elbow snaps.
I hyperextended my right elbow in the fight, trying to throw a big haymaker and missing. And they said that it's probably all right. You know, I need to quit being a baby and whining about it, and tough it out there. But
Popped. I went, what? Ah.
Through your arm.
Man, what the I just.
Who knows how he's going to, heal up in the next week. He's definitely not the kind of guy that's going to say he doesn't want to fight.
You know, if they don't let him fight, then his his opportunity to win that contract's over. Got a call, that we have to go down to the gym today. We just knew that something was going on. It was just like, oh man. We walk into the gym, we all line up, we're here with our teammates, everyone kind of waiting to hear, what this meeting was called for. Dana White walks in, he's got his typical smile on his face.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. When we first started this, 16 of you came to the UFC Training Center. Now there's only 8 of you left. Congratulations for making it this far. But really, the battle's just begun. This is the semifinals. The way this is going to work is, from here on out, teammate will fight teammate. 4 of you will fight until there are only 2 of you left. 2 middleweights and 2 light heavyweights. First up are the middleweights. Team Couture is going to go first. Chris Lieben will fight Kenny Florian. Then in Team Liddell, Josh Koscheck will fight Diego Sanchez. The other thing that's going to be different than the other fights is there'll be 3 5-minute rounds instead of 2. The light heavyweights will fight next. Mike Swick versus Stefan, and Sam and hopefully Forrest. We want a fighter from each team represented in the finals, and the only way to guarantee that is to have teammate versus teammate. Yesterday after the fight, we talked to the doctor, and she's concerned about Forrest's cut. So what you need to do is you need to pick somebody in the light heavyweight division to take your place in the event that you can't fight. And it can be anybody. It doesn't matter if they're on Team Couture or Team Liddell. You and Chuck can get together and pick who you think is the best guy to come back and represent your team. We're not saying you're not going to fight. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that you can still fight. Okay? So you guys will have some time tonight to make that decision, and we'll decide who you're going to bring back from home. Any questions? Have a good night, gentlemen.
I think it sucks. I spent the last 2 months bringing these guys together and building them as a team and kind of establishing a particular integrity and rapport with each other.
You gotta be kidding me. We're gonna train together up until our fight? And we're gonna fight as teammates?
We're gonna have to make adjustments.
We've trained with people our entire time and now we have to fight each other? I've been with Stefan since day one. I mean, this is something that no one expected. And it sucks. I don't know how else to describe it.
Dude.
I've been training with Stefan since I got here. He's a real good friend of mine. He's my best friend in the house.
I'm really not going to enjoy trying to punch his teeth out, you know?
Thanks. I could have been training with Randy Couture the whole time, you know? I could have been training with the guy that's my legend, one of my heroes, you know? But instead, I'm not because of this whole team thing. Now, I'm not even fighting one of his guys, you know?
It's going to be odd fighting Diego because we train every day.
Yeah, these guys, yeah.
We've been, literally, training our asses off in there.
The guys are pissed, you know? They've been training, and, even on the other team, talking to some of them, they've been training to telling each other how they were trying to beat the guys they thought they were going to fight.
These guys might be upset that they're fighting their teammates, but when you make it to the level of the UFC, you have to be ready to fight anybody. You could fight your training partners, your teammates, your brother, anybody. At this level, you have to be willing to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. And first up is Chris Lieben and Kenny Florian.
I think Kenny and Chris are very upset about it because they've spent the last week working together, developing game plan and sharing information with each other to come up with ways to defeat the other two guys on the other team. And that's what they expected to happen.
All the new tricks I've been showing him and all the stuff he's been showing me and what we like to do. I like to do this here. Well, I like to do this here. Now, guess what? Now we're fighting. It sucks.
I had some great training sessions with Chris Lieben, and I've kind of got to know him a little bit better, and I've started to like him, and he's a good guy, and it's going to be tough to fight him, and he's just an incredible fighter as well.
That's the ball. Beautiful. That's nice.
You gonna help me dye my hair for our fight, Kenny?
Surely.
I haven't had 2 months to bond with him. But nonetheless, I've still been working with him, the last couple days pretty much exclusively, and we've been getting along really good. What are you doing? You're not writing Chris is Kenny's bitch in the back of my head, I hope.
No, I'm not. This is gonna be the best ass kicking ever. You're fighting a friend, really, at this point. And I think that's the hardest thing. That really is the hardest thing.
Gotta get all fixed up for you, Kenny,
Both people have helped each other, get to this point. Fighting someone who you have become close to is a very difficult thing.
Burning. Ooh, my ears are burning.
Chris, I'm serious now. I thought I didn't really like you very much before. Serious. No, not. I thought when you weren't drinking, you were a cool guy. But I didn't get to know you very much. When you were drinking, I thought you were a prick. I don't think there'll be any hard feelings. I think we're gonna have a freaking war. Seriously, I got to know you and I like you, man. You're a good freaking kid. And whether he wins or I win, I think we may both be going to the hospital, Out of all the guys I thought would be the spaz, guy I hate to train with, would be him. But he's one of my favorite guys to train with.
Just the other day, I made a statement. It's good, since we're both left-handed, I show you a bunch of cool stuff I got. This is how I said no. He's a cool guy. He's on my team. Really don't want to fight him, but only thing I want more is a contract. So, I'm sorry, Kenny, but I'm going to have to put the stamp on you.
Well, yeah, no doubt, man. It was great training with you. Nothing makes any sense, you know?
It's not even about being the best fighter, you know? Because if Chris Leben beats you, you know, God forbid he does, but if he beats you, that's I whipped his ass. He should not get a chance to get the fit, you know what I mean? That's bull.
You know, if Leben beats Kenny, then he's in the finals. And I don't think that's fair because I whipped Leben already. He should be gone.
The only time probably you ever didn't go for broke was your last fight. Versus him, right?
And that taught me a valuable lesson.
So you have to kind of stick with your own game plan, right?
That sometimes being cautious. Sometimes offense is your best defense.
Kenny is not the strongest one out of all of us. I'm gonna make it bang with me. I'm coming out, guns a-blazing, I'm bringing the heat, I'm throwing bolos.
He does have that one-punch wonder, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not fair. But guess what?
That's what I'm worried about, you know? He does, and he's
Life is not fair. You gotta take him down.
Yeah.
You gotta take him down.
Creed.
So, Forrest, what is the deal? Like, when do you get to tell him who comes back?
I have,
Big Booty Bob's coming back to the house?
I get to choose who I want to bring back to fight my stead if I can't fight. And I don't think if you've been watching the show at all, you kind of know who I'm going to pick.
Being back in the house, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. I only have a 50-50 shot. You know, I'm only here just in case Forrest isn't able to compete, and I have mixed feelings about that.
What's up, Bobby? I wasn't too crazy about Bobby coming back. First of all, because I beat him, and then it made me feel like all my hard work went to nothing.
You know, I was back home, television, DVD, back in the real world, you know. I'm here, I'm sacrificing again on the chance that maybe I'll get a shot. And it's just something you have to deal with.
Having Bobby back in the house, you know, it's a good feeling, you know. Bobby's a guy, you know, he likes to complain, but he's a good guy, you know. I get along with him.
Right on, man. Go ahead and go back to sleep. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
Good luck.
Good to see you here.
You too.
When Bobby was with us, he bitched and moaned a lot, and that really got on my nerves. He was always complaining, bitching, but once Bobby was gone, and there was no one bitching and moaning, nothing got done around the house. None of the dishes got done, the house was a wreck. And now that Bobby's back, at least stuff will be getting done again.
Bobby's been the source of many problems because of his constant whining, nagging, and complaining. So now that he's actually back, it sucks.
With Bob back in the house, you know, there's still a little tension between him and Sam. I wouldn't even define it as tension. They don't speak to each other. They don't really look at each other. They just avoid each other.
Bobby's a piece of He's like the catalyst in the house. Josh has been great to deal with, you know, because he hasn't talked really at all since Bobby left. I think, you know what, once Bobby would just light that fire under Josh again, you'd have to do some duo, wreaking havoc again.
Try to get 5. Just wanted to get you a little coming home present, Bobby. Your very own UFC white trash headband.
Wow, thank you.
If you need some more, there's plenty more at the gym.
Let me do my Axl Rose impersonation for you.
There you go.
So I was pretty stoked to see that Bobby come back because we've been through a lot together, and I'm glad to see Bobby come back because he's a great person. He deserves another chance.
I like that one. That one's good. I do this one right here. Kenny is a black belt in jiu-jitsu on the ground. He's pretty technical on his feet, and he's technical on the ground. I'm just gonna be throwing as hard and as fast as I can, looking to knock him out. And if it goes to the clinch, I'm fine from the clinch. I'm gonna beat him up in the clinch. If it goes to the ground, then I'm just gonna look to hold him down and ground and pound.
You know, he's broken people's jaws. He's knocked people out, you know, pretty brutally. So, you know, it's going to be a tough fight, you know. I know he probably, you know, has heard of my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game, but I don't think he really knew that I had much of a striking game. I know he has seen that now, and he respects that a little bit more. But I still think he underestimates me. I think he feels that he got off a little easy with me, and I hope to prove him wrong.
Here to cut weight. I was walking around closer to 200 earlier this week, and last night I was 196.
This game is just as much mental as it is physical.
Man, Chris has a horrible past. His father decided to leave when he was a young boy.
Live in Southeast Portland with my mom. No power sometimes, no water, no food. Only one of my family ever graduate high school. And then, fighting with kids because I was a skater and I went to a high school full of gangsters and stuff.
Just coming out guns blazing.
Yeah, I think that's the best.
This guy technical stand up pretty good. On the ground when I'm on top, I feel fine holding them down.
But at the same time, I had the best childhood and the best growing up ever because of the freedom my mother gave me because she never watched me.
Yeah, I noticed he really likes the Muay Thai clinch. He likes to do the 2 hands behind the head. So when he'd do that to me, I would just uppercut him. So he keeps his elbows real wide.
I think that's what made me grow up into just the blossoming flower that I am.
If you get down in your front leg and dig in with your shoulder and just bump them off, that works.
I think what makes me unique to Ultimate Fighting is didn't really have a difficult upbringing or anything like that. I'm just a normal guy who just likes to fight, likes to compete.
As you're backing up, try to make that baboon, that crazy baboon advance. You get down solid, bump them off, and then you can make your move.
I'm an extremely competitive person, have been since I was little. I love training. I love sweating. I love bleeding. I love, working out. I love constantly testing myself. And I see it as a personal quest. Something I feel that I have to do for myself, something that I love doing.
Be foot.
I love going to see fights. I love watching fights. I love analyzing fights. And until that passion inside me dies down, I'm not going to stop.
So who's doing everybody's corner and stuff?
Well, for this fight, because most of this thing, Chuck has been coaching Kenny and I've been coaching Chris, we're just going to coach those guys.
I'll corner you.
Yeah, cool. I'd like to.
I have no problem with that.
I want to be in your corner because I hate that freaking sucker. And you can wear blue out too.
Yeah.
That green, it looks ugly on you.
I actually think that this is going to be a good fight. Don't let the first fight with Josh Koscheck fool you. Chris Lieben is a very, very tough kid. He hits hard, he's nasty, and I wouldn't want to be the first one fighting him coming off a loss like that. On the flip side, Kenny Florian is a very tough kid, and you cannot underestimate him at all. He's the kid that really isn't even supposed to be here. I saw him fight in a small show, and the only reason I went to watch it was because of the kid he was fighting. He was 23-2, very well known, and he was supposed to be on this show. And the fight was an absolute war. I was so impressed with Kenny that I went in and asked him after and invited him out, and now he's in the semifinals.
You ready, Mr. Ratner?
If I learned one thing from my fight with Josh, it's never put the fight in the judge's hands.
Want to go first, Kenny?
Lieben's almost on, Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
He's a very dangerous opponent, and I'm going to have to try to keep him in my element as much as possible. Just be patient.
Okay, the weight's 85-86. Come on up.
Yeah.
I'm a little bigger than Kenny. I think that's an advantage for me. That's an advantage on the ground. When he latches onto a submission, he's not going to have the strength to finish it.
186.
Whoa, what's this 186 stuff?
143.
He's much lighter here.
I have the upper hand when it comes to submissions and being on the ground. And I know I have some surprises for him on the feet as well.
182.
182.
No?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Still 182. He's technically a better fighter than me. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm bigger, stronger, tougher, and sure as hell a lot meaner than him.
Hey, 2 meals, couple waters. You know, it's going to be a hard-fought win, and I just need to kind of clear out the mess and really, you know, stay centered on my goal and what I need to do, either submit him or knock him out.
Yep. Got to fight tomorrow, 4 o'clock, boys. All right.
This is it. This is the one that's gonna make me or break me, that's gonna put me in the finals in the UFC. So, I mean, I'm just coming out guns a-blazing. I'm gonna try to give it everything I got. So I'm bringing it hard and I'm bringing it fast.
I feel very fortunate that I found myself in this spot to be in the Final Four of the middleweight division. You know, I'm really a true 155er, a guy who's coming up from 170. I've never fought above 168 pounds. I think the pressure really is on Chris Lieben, especially after his loss to Koscheck.
Sit a little bit, bro.
Coming on.
Nothing to hold back now. I don't have to worry about, you know, getting cut or getting banged up and having to go compete in a challenge.
At this level, there's no easy fights, and I'm expecting, you know, to win. You cannot step into the octagon, you cannot step on the mat, you cannot step in the ring without thinking that you're going to win.
It's gonna be like a blitzkrieg for me. I'm coming straight forward, I'm coming hard, I'm coming fast, I'm straight throwing bolos, looking to just put him out.
I'm always looking for the submission, I'm always looking for the knockout. I think it's gonna be an absolute war. It's gonna be an exciting fight for people to watch.
Have any predictions on how this fight's gonna end? Except for one, they're gonna raise my hand. One way or another, I'm gonna make that happen.
The most important thing is to stay controlled and remember your game plan.
All right, gentlemen, this is it. This is the semifinals. The winner of this fight moves on to the finals. Both fighters are from Team Couture, but Chuck Liddell will be working Kenny Florian's corner. The difference between this fight and the others, this is 3 5-minute rounds. Good luck, guys.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Yeah. You ready? You ready? Let's get it on. Come on. Okay. Let's go, Kenny. Go, Kenny.
Set it up. Nice stuff.
We'll let him walk in.
Keep your pace.
Stick that jab out there.
Yeah, there you go. Set it up.
Keep moving.
Stop the knee, stop the knee.
on the fence, Kenny. Come on. Push off the fence, Kenny.
Yeah, let's go.
Get working, Kenny.
Good boy, Chris.
Get working, Kenny.
Circle, Kenny. Yeah.
Use your foot on the fence, Kenny. Use your foot on the fence. There you go. Right, Kenny. Yeah, there you go.
Keep those coming.
Kenny.
There you go. Let's go, Ken Flo.
Big under. Big under.
Foot on the fence, Kenny. Foot on the fence, Kenny.
Push him up.
With that foot. Come on, Kenny. Pummel in. Turn your hip and pummel in, Kenny.
Punch.
Break and strike.
Strike and strike. There you go. Push up and punch. That's it. That's it. That's it. Working. Inside, inside, inside.
Get off first, Kenny. Get off first, Kenny. Go for it. Go for it, Kenny.
It's there for you, Kenny. He's coming in wide, Kenny.
Uppercut. Let's see the uppercut there. There you go. Nice, Chris.
Trade minutes. Trade minutes, Ken Flo.
Trade places. That a kid.
Yes.
Come on, Kenny. Come on.
Step in, Kenny.
Sit up. Looping. Get that leg. Sit up, Chris.
Jab it in, Kenny. Don't just let him walk in. Take him on now. Take him inside.
Take both under.
Inside trip. Let's go.
Keep working, Kenny.
Keep working, Kenny. Keep working, Kenny. Don't let him come in. Stick the jab hard when he comes in.
Now.
Yeah. There. Come on.
Knee right now.
Hold that uppercut, Chris.
Come on, Kenny.
2 minutes, Kenny. Good work. Good work. Come on. Come on, Kenny. Off the fence. Let's go, baby. Off the fence.
Break and punch. Break and punch.
Elbow, Kenny.
Off the fence, Kenny.
Get off the fence, Kenny. Break and punch. Kenny,
Come on, Kenny. Off the fence. Spin off. Use the foot. Use the foot.
Work your way out. Let's go. Come on, work.
Work for double unders, Kenny. Foot off the fence and push off, Kenny. Let's go.
Nice. That's it. Come on.
Nice. Work your legs, Kenny.
1.5. 1.5, Ken Flo. 1.5.
You landed that good. Got left hand up. Get that hook again.
Where's that hook?
Here it comes. Look, big Steve.
Uppercut, Kenny. Yes.
Come, Kenny.
Yes, again, Kenny.
Kenny, stand up.
Come on, Kenny.
Walk in, bro.
Pummel in, Kenny. Pummel in.
Right now, Kenny, stand up.
Put them together.
1 minute, Kenny. 1 minute, Kenny.
There you go. Good job.
Let's go, Kenny.
Keep working. Let's go. Get under.
Come on, Kenny. You got a burst now.
Circle. Break the punch.
Elbow over the top.
Kenny, foot on the fence and push off. Come on. Work out. Come on. Come on, Kenny. Work it out.
Push up there. Let's go.
Come on, Kenny. Come on, work. Come on, Kenny.
Break and punch. Let's go. Push off. Let's go, Kenny. Circle out, then. Circle out.
Circle out. 30, Kenny. 30. 30.
Nice. 30 seconds.
Good knee. Good knee. Keep working, Kenny.
Work now, Kenny.
Off the fence, Kenny.
Come on, Kenny. You got a burst now.
Let's go, Kenny.
Triple out, Kenny. There you go. Go on now, Kenny. Come on.
Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny.
Chill out. Come on, Kenny.
Head kick.
If you can, try to kick off the cage a little bit, especially when he's leaning on one side. Just push and get that corner and then circle away, circle out. Pretty good ones. There you go.
Those teeth work.
When he starts lunging after you, starts running towards you, you can land that hook. You landed a couple times, get it.
Break and punch off the fence. Got an elbow over the top.
Keep that jab. Boom, leg kick. Okay.
Go, you ready? You ready? ready? Let's get it on, come on. Good job, Kenny. Let's go, Kenny.
Set up the shot.
We'll work.
Yes. Let's go. That's what you gotta move. Don't follow. Lots of motion like that. Head movement.
Get off the ring.
Let your feet go too, Chris.
Working the legs. Telegraph the leg and bring it up if you can.
Time off.
Those hands up.
Yes. Look for your takedown. Knee.
Come on, Kenny. Doing good. Knees and elbows in the clinch.
Let it off.
Don't let him walk in. They can get the shot. Stick it out there hard.
Step it right, cut him off.
Turn off the cage, Chris.
Jab leg.
Step right.
Nice. There you go. Set it up.
Check it, Kenny. Come right back with something. Check and come back. Watch your fingers in his face, Chris. Come on.
Kenny got overhand left.
Shoot low, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. Don't just let him walk in. There's a lot of ways to take it. Get him down, Kenny. Let's go.
He's rushing at you like that. Stop and shoot. Set it up.
Come on, Kenny. Put your punches and kicks together. Punches and kicks together. Suck it up, Kenny. Let's go.
Yeah.
Follow it with something. Follow it with something.
Come on, Kenny.
Nice.
Right there. Throw some punches.
3, Kenny. 3.
Ducking his head there. Look for that ball. Yeah.
Down shoot. Knee. Come on. Work your clinch, Kenny.
Pummel.
Pummel in. Work the clinch, Kenny.
Pummel in. Let's go.
That's over, Kenny. Fight back. Kenny, he's gassing. Let's go, Kenny.
Pummel in. Let's go. He's ready to the fight. Drop the shot. Let's go. Okay. Hand in front of the face. In front of the face. Underhook hand in the front of the face.
Where's your trips? Come on, Kenny.
Hands in the front of his face.
Way out. Come on.
Nice. That's something. Let's go. Now.
Get his hat, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. Let's go. Nice. Yeah, shoulder, Kenny. Shoulder, Kenny. Left shoulder, stop the foot. Left shoulder, stop the foot. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Nice.
Go, Kenny. Go.
Yes. You got this.
Tide just changed, baby. Tide just changed.
No. It's fine. No.
Man. Sorry, no. No, man. You're the champ, buddy. This fight definitely needed to be stopped. Chris's cut was right on the eyebrow. It was deep. It was really wide, and the blood was going down into his eye. And at the end of the day, we were more concerned about fighter safety. In the 10-year history, there's never been a serious injury or death in the UFC. So, Chris will come back and fight another day. He's a tough kid, and, it's an unfortunate thing that happened, but safety first.
Winner by doctor stoppage, Kenny Florian.
Fight was going pretty much how I thought it was going to go. Chris was going to be overwhelming.
Liebman's coming out really hard. Kenny's taking a lot of shots, but it doesn't look like he's getting hurt. As continued, Kenny lands a few shots and he keeps fighting. And I think when it comes to corner after the first round, he's lost a round.
At some point, I thought Chris was going to catch Kenny and either knock him out or put him in a situation where he couldn't intelligently defend himself and the fight was going to be stopped.
But he's still in there. Kenny lands some really good shots.
He's coming after him a little bit, and gets him up against the cage, and he just backs off and throws that nice, clean elbow. That's one of the bigger cuts I've ever seen in a fight, and I knew as soon as they separated that the fight was over.
I'm so happy with this win. You know, I know that anything can happen in a fight, and I'm so glad it went my way. I feel lucky that I got that cut. The first round definitely was his. He started unleashing flurries, and he was really determined to get that knockout. He was really swinging hard. I just tried to, you know, hang in there, weather the storm. He was foot stomping, but I really didn't feel that at all. It was more the punches to the head that I felt. As we went into the second round, I was not gassed. I felt good going in there. As I was pinned up against the fence in the clinch, we exchanged some knees, some punches. His eye line was lined up right with mine and right with my elbow, and I threw a lateral elbow that landed right on his eyebrow. I've never thrown an elbow in an MMA fight. I've never had the rules in order to do that.
Chris Lieben's a very tough fighter and a very tough kid, but Chris definitely has some issues. I think he's got the heart and determination, and I think he's going to be a great fighter someday.
I'm so grateful and so thankful for the opportunity that I had in this show.
I can find a part, man.
It really hasn't hit me that I've fought in front of potentially, you know, millions of people, and you know, it's an amazing feeling. This whole process has been incredible.
Here you are in the finals, man. Awesome.
Thank you so much. I was just
big balls, kid, I'll tell you.
Learning so much from, you know, just the incredible coaches that we had here, and Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell. You know, I really feel blessed. Thanks so much, man. Thanks for everything.
That was all you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for everything. Phenomenal.
On the next episode of The Ultimate Fighter,
There's 2 fights in a row.
Chris struggles with his second loss in the competition.
Damn it! I don't know if I'm going to be able to fight.
Forrest's future remains uncertain.
I have to hope that my boy's dream is shot down so that I can live mine.
In the second middleweight semifinal, it's Sanchez versus Koscheck.
I've never showed him 100% yet, and he's going to feel what 100% feels like.
Can Josh's powerful wrestling skills stop Diego's deadly submissions? Who will face Kenny Florian in the finals of The Ultimate Fighter?
Let's do it!